If I'm gonna go start a new book, it's gonna be a nonfiction book. Fiction is great. Fiction is great for your imagination. You know, I love connecting with characters, storyline, broadening your perspective. It's great. But nonfiction, top tier. You will always learn something new in nonfiction. And not even just nonfiction like scientific facts, more like biographies, you know, history, like things that take place during that time, you know, like based off a real story. My favorite book in middle school was Diary of Anne Frank. Okay, I relate to her now more than ever. She documented her life. She documented all her vulnerabilities as a little girl for millions and millions and millions of people to read, to discuss, to create a movie out of, to make sense of what was going on. She didn't know her diary was in fact an artifact of that time. She created history by writing in her diary as a vulnerable girl going through one of the worst times. I relate. I am documenting my vulnerabilities. And I'm having not millions of people, but I'm having people watch and discuss and get their own opinions on my life. I relate. I am the modern day Anne Frank. And not that there's anything catastrophe going on right now, but just the fact that I am documenting my life to the world. Intentionally at this point, because in the beginning, I didn't think anyone was going to watch these videos. But Anne Frank, she had no idea what her future even held. She was just going day by day, writing down how she felt, what was going on, and everything that ever happened during that time. I totally relate. I'm vulnerable right now, taking this video. And every video is a documentation of my life. And it's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. One day I'll be able to write a book about this. You know, one day I'll be able to write about my life because it's been documented. I'm not saying that I am like a high pedestal or anything. I am just relating to the fact of documenting your life during vulnerabilities. And that is the hardest part. You know, when you're going through something, you don't know how to have an outlet. Sometimes you don't know what to do. Sometimes you don't know who to talk to. But if you ever feel like indecisive on what to do with your emotions, write it down, talk it out, document it. Start a diary. This is my diary. This is a video diary. I used to have a written diary when I was little. But this is modern day diary. This is my modern day diary. You literally are getting my day by day, every single day. You are getting my most vulnerable parts of me. And I'm not exposing everything. You know, this is just what I want to show you. This is what I want to say. So everything that she wrote down, they were all so real and raw, and like it was really true. And this is really true. This is my diary. That's why I relate so much with her. And reading nonfictions, you learn a lot. You learn a lot in nonfictions. Autobiographies are the great ones, are the best ones, because they're literally teaching you how they became themselves. They're teaching you how they lived. That's beautiful. I learned more from that than a fiction book. You know, my favorite book was Anne Frank. That is a history book. That is an archive at this point. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. But Anne Frank, thank you. Bye-bye.